Hello, my name is Lynn Peterson. I'm the head basketball coach at Staples-Motley High School in Staples, Minnesota. I've been the head coach for 33 years. We've had some great teams. We've had some great kids. It's a great game of basketball. My topic today is going to include fundamental drills and techniques that work very well for us in our program in the past and hopefully in the future. I think that's a very fundamental approach to the game. It's an approach that lets our kids enjoy themselves and have a great deal of fun. And as coaches, we learn how to thrive in the game, not survive. Philosophy, first page. We try to build our program from day one of what we feel that it takes to beat the best. Now, 2 years ago, we won 4 games. In that case, everybody was the best, and we had to just scratch out a win. So when we say beat the best, we have to be somewhat realistic. But if you think that you're going to be able to go out and press and run up and down the floor and do this, do that, I think you need to feel that you can do that against every opponent that you play. If you think that you can go out, or the ones that you have somewhat of a chance of beating, let's put it that way. I do think you need to maintain program consistency. We're a little bit different. I'm a little bit different today than I was back in our heydays, so to speak. When we were 10, 15, 20 years ago, I allowed all of my assistants from 7th grade on up, I didn't care what they did on offense. Because at that point in time, our kids were so dedicated, they were on a mission. It was like they had a tradition to live up to. And they were basketball players, so what we ran in the varsity was kind of immaterial. But I think nowadays, you do need to have consistency. I do think you need to be innovative. I think you can tweak things, but change is always scary. You people, most of you people are probably teachers. And if you're out teaching and there comes these PLCs or whatever else is going on in the world of education, your resistance to change appears right now. And I think when you constantly change things with your kids, you create some doubt. But I do think you need to tweak. I do think you need to be innovative. A good example, I mean, the things that we do are very simple, all right? But if I could get 5 guys, 5 players on offense and just set up in a 1-2-2 offense. And here's a play that I picked up through one of the videotapes that I have. And we run a 2-guard motion offense, all right? And one of the plays that we'll run, if we just pass the ball from point to wing, cut to the corner, okay, ball side corner, all right? Wing pop up here for ball reversal, come here, reverse the ball, post set a back screen on the wing please there, come off. Okay, look, you 2 guys stagger for the point guard, come off, go here, revert, okay, and stagger for the cutter. So it's a double stagger coming off. All right, we run a 2-guard motion offense. So let's set that up again with 2 guards, 2 wings, and a post. I mean, this is simple, but it's consistent for us. All right, let's see if we can run the same play. Go ahead. Same play out of a 2-guard set. I mean, just, it's simple, but I think you do need to keep things simple. We've gone to motion offense. I think I love it. We teach our kids how to play. I remember there was a statement that a coach made at a clinic. Would you rather, when come March comes around, would you rather have 2 good plays or 2 good players? And I think it allows our kids the freedom. And I've found out that it is probably your toughest offense to teach. Like everybody says, you do have to teach shot selection, you do have to teach discipline. But I love it, and I think the kids love it. For you people that have been around our program, one of the things that always used to come up, was our man-to-man defense. All right, but I do think at times, as coaches, you need to swallow your pride, and you need to do what you feel gives your kids the best opportunity to be successful. And this past year, we played more zone than we played man. And I'm not opposed to playing zone or man. I think we have to give our kids the best opportunity to win. You know, we thought we could try something different the second time we played CI. And again, that was probably a sense of trying to get too cute. And within about 4 or 5 minutes, and it was 24-4, we go right back to what we used to do, and we come back. But our kids were comfortable. Your team and you will excel in what you emphasize. All right? And I'll be honest, I haven't emphasized our man-to-man defense recently as much as I have in the past, because I don't think we can be very good at it, or we're very good at it. And in what we've done is we kind of rolled over to the offensive side. And we averaged 70 points a game. We shot 74% from the line. We shot 41% from 3-point range. And we shot 50.9% from 2-point range. And we also gave up more points than we usually give up. But I think it's, again, like Coach Reaver told me, he says, you know why you're good at this and not at this? Because you're emphasizing this. So I think you need to realize where you're going to put the marbles is where your team's going to excel. The bottom part of the first page, basketball, offensive development. I think it's a very simple progression said. We tell our kids, here's what you need to do to be a great basketball player. Number 1, shoot. If you can't shoot in this game, you're not going to help us. I don't care if you can't put the ball on the floor, but you've got to be able to shoot first. The second thing you need to be able to do is beat your defender. If he's guarding me and I can't beat him, we're not going to be very successful. Your defender should be the least significant person on the floor. And then the third thing, which is probably the most difficult, when you beat your defender, make a play. Make a play. And I think I've been pretty blessed with my sophomore guard, and Dave's been very blessed with Bryce Tesdall, and I think there's 2 kids there that are great passers. And I think that's kind of a lost art, and I think we need to work very, very hard to try to develop that. And in order to do that, you need to, it doesn't do you any good to stand here and pass the ball around if you can't beat your man. When we talk about shooting, at our level, for whatever our kids are that practice together, I am the only coach that talks to them about shooting. All right? Because I've seen it before where we've had some of our parents who think they're coaches, when a kid struggles, and every kid is going to struggle. If you're a perimeter player, you are going to have an off night. And the only way I try to teach shooting and during the season is I'll say a little more follow through or something like this just to give them a little confidence. But like I said, I've seen it before. I'll say something Somebody else will say something, somebody else will say something, and pretty soon that kid is standing there like Kevin Costner is in Tin Cup. I mean, he's got gadgets all over, and he doesn't know which end is up. And I think you can ruin confidence very easily if you get too many people messing with the shooting. The bottom part, I know there's coaches that say we do this every day. We do this drill every day. We do this drill every day. I don't think we do. I don't do this drill every day. I try to accomplish this every day. But I think if you do the same drill day after day after day after day, your kids get bored. I don't care if it's a shell drill, a rebounding drill, a shooting drill, it doesn't make any difference. But I think your kids get bored. And I think that's very evident with our kids in the summer. And a lot of kids, I've talked to a lot of coaches, it's getting more difficult to get kids in the gym to work out. You need to dangle the carrot and go play in a tournament. That's what they want to do. And so I think in regard to that, we try to do, I think when I asked my assistant coaches, I said, what's something that we do well? And I felt like I put them on the spot because I thought they were ready to say nothing. But every one of them came back and said, our fundamental practices. Every one of them had that as one of their issues that they thought we excelled in. And our drills are so simple, but the kids, I think, we don't do all these drills every day, not even close to it. But we do certain drills that work on the elements of the game that I've talked about down at the bottom: ball handling, cutting, screening, shooting, and so on. The next page, breakdown drills. And I think many of you have seen this. But if I could get 5 players on offense and 5 on defense, and I'm just going to go through and make these very simple to start with. All right? Because I think our kids could have played with a 15-second shot clock. And I didn't like it very well sometimes. But I guess maybe that's why at least we shot the ball before we turned it over. But I don't think they realize how much time we spend with the ball, or how little time. In a 36-minute game, I seem to think we're on defense 28 minutes. All right? But I want these guys. And let's start out in a 2-guard just to make it easy, to make it simple. And you can make it your own rules, but I just told these guys, for purposes in this drill, a guard-to-guard pass is a ball reversal, all right? Which brings up the point, I think you need to tell your kids what a ball reversal is. I was talking ball reversal with our kids, and one of my assistant coaches said, I think we have kids that don't know what a ball reversal is. I said, what? And so I said, how many guys don't know what a ball reversal was? 3 varsity guys didn't know what a ball reversal was. So I think you can't neglect what you need to teach. For purposes here, a ball reversal, if it goes guard to guard, that'll be a ball reversal. So we're just going to do it one time. With these guys, I want 3 ball reversals, I want a post touch, and I want a flare screen, and I want you to score in 35 seconds. All right? Ready? Go. Okay, a good example. So they did everything. And we'll do that. A certain player has to touch the ball. A certain player has to shoot the ball. We've got to use, we're notorious, I think, people for using down screens. That's all we use, it seems like. And that's when we do a lot of our drills, we try to emphasize something other than down screens. You know, there's nothing that bothers me more than we pass the ball from guard to guard and that guy goes down just like this, down screen. We need to do something different. The next page, defensive lockdown drill. I thought I kind of invented this, but then as I was talking to these players, they do the same thing. But I think this is a great drill. All right, we're gonna say weights on offense, and we're gonna play the game. We're gonna play the game up to 10. All right, offense. You make a 3-point shot, you get 3 points. Make a 2-point shot, you get 2 points. If you get fouled on a shooting foul, you go to the line. If you make the free throw, you get 2 points. If you miss it, you get nothing. You get an offensive rebound, you get 2 points. You get both feet in the ball in the paint, you get a point. All right? Defense, they don't score very easily. The only way the defense can score, if they create a turnover and he throws it up in the bleachers, the defense gets a point. All right? If he turns it over and the defense picks it off and it's a turnover in play, the defense gets a point and they get 1 possession. All right? If they get a defensive rebound, they get a point and they get 1 possession. So technically, the offense can get 10 points here without leaving this side of the floor. They can shoot, they can get in the paint, or a point. Kick it out, take the shot, miss the shot, get the offensive rebound. There's 2 points. Stick the offensive rebound back in, 2 more points, and they keep the ball. And they keep the ball. All right, so we're gonna play up to 10, go ahead. Point. All right, hold up. Okay, good. Offense, they score a point getting the ball in the paint. And we'll give the defense a point for the defensive rebound because we'll say they had possession. So they had a point. The offense, they scored again. They scored, so it's 3-1. All right, go ahead. Still got the ball. Point. All right. 4-1, 6-1, 8-1. Okay? We got the ball in the paint twice and scored. All right? So that's just a good example. I think it's a great drill because it teaches everything you want to teach on defense. All right? You can't let the ball get in the paint. You need to block out on defense. You can't give people a rebound. All right? The next drill. If we can get 2 balls, let's see, 2 balls. The first 2 guys, give me 4 guys there with 2 balls, 4 guys there with 2 balls, and we'll put a coach right here. Number 5, you're a coach. And then a coach. I don't know why our kids really don't get sick of this drill as much. And probably all of you do that. Every kid should have a ball. We have 2 coaches here, okay? We're gonna pass the ball, make a cut, pop out, hit the shot. Go to the end of the opposite line. Go ahead. And you can see if every kid has a ball, we get a lot of shots, get lots of reps in this. All right, now we're gonna put the ball on the floor to the right, finish on both feet. Put the ball on the floor to the right, finish on both feet. Put the ball on the floor to the left, finish with both feet. And then we go to a pull-up jumper, put it on the floor, pull up, jump shot, we cross over, and we do a step back. Those are things that we can do with that, all right? Let's do the same thing. Let's put 5 players over there and put all 4 balls over there and 5 players here. All right, all 4 balls in a line here. All right, pass the ball, make a cut, get into the high post, hit the shot. Go to get the ball, go to the end of the opposite line again. The passer, you go to the end of the opposite line. All right, go ahead. All right, let's do a hip slide. Catch the ball, rip it, hip slide into the basket to the left. Okay, then the other thing that we'll do is I demonstrated with these players, I can't get over there too far, but let's put 1 player on the free throw line and 1 player here. So you're there, 1 player right here. All right, this can be a couple chairs or it can be 2 coaches with pads. All right, we're gonna catch the ball, we're gonna rip it, we're gonna hip slide around this guy, we're gonna draw contact, we're gonna cross over, hip slide here and finish on that side. All right, go ahead. Draw contact, cross over, finish. All right, so let's go to the next page where it's our motion breakdown drills. All right, so let's start out with 3 lines.